Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. Glad you could attend. We're weighing in on some of the wide release films, playing a little bit of a catch-up here, and today we're going to talk about Ouija, the origin of evil, brought to us by director Mike Flanagan of Absentia, as well as Hush, and a number of other films. Brings us the prequel to the first Ouija film, where it's set in 1965, where we have the Xander family. We have Lena, Alice, and Doris, and these three ladies are trying to survive by holding a seance for people who are looking for closure for those loved ones that they lost. Well, of course, it's kind of a scam going on. You know, they do the whole spooky house thing until a real evil spirit actually shows up in the house, and that spirit takes over the youngest, Doris. And soon we see this family trying to figure out exactly what this evil spirit wants with Doris and what they can do to try to put it to rest so they don't have to leave their house, all through the help of a Ouija board. Ouija, Origin of Evil. Now, I dig Mike Flanagan's stuff. I have enjoyed all of his work. If you catch my review of Hush, I think he's a really excellent horror director, and he hasn't disappointed. And let me tell you, he didn't disappoint here. He made a prequel film that not only is better than the original film, but also has a great little, its own little spin, and I enjoyed that. He opens it, since it's set in 1965, he opens it with kind of a retro feel. We get the old school Universal logo, and we get actually an old school title card as well, but it's not like, you know, it's not like Grindhouse old or anything. No, it's just done like that, and the style, the period, they do really well in setting it in 1965, and I love a period piece. Who really stands out for me, though, among all these fantastic actresses who are in here, Annalise Basso, who plays the older sister Lena, was in Oculus, which was also directed by Mike Flanagan, and Elizabeth Reeser, who plays the mother, Alice. She was in the Twilight Saga, but what stood out for me was Lulu Wilson playing the youngest girl who's possessed. She was in Deliver Us from Evil. Loved her performance so much in this. I really, do a remake of The Bad Seed, hire her. I keep saying that about some of these young actresses in these horror films, but they all do really well, and especially in this one. She brought the creepy so well. She sold it so well, and I just loved that character, and just, you know, whatever gets kids involved, it always adds that extra bit of creepy, and here, she does fantastic in here, but everybody does, I think. What Mike really does well is bringing the creepy atmosphere to this house. We get a lot of things in the background and out of the corner of the frame. There are some jump scares in here, a couple more than I would have liked, but on the whole, Michael Flanagan really bringing that style, which he's good for, setting up that creepy atmosphere, doing it so well. And there was one jump scare that I really loved. There was no build-up or anything, and when it happened, I literally said out loud, I was like, fuck you, Mike Flanagan, because it made me jump, and it wasn't expected at all. I mean, the makeup effects are creepy. You know, there is CGI in here as well, which I kind of wish they hadn't used as much, but, you know, there are a lot of great scary moments. As far as scary films go, modern scary films go, this one should be on the top of your list. It is very spooky and scary and does not just rely on the jump scares, though I will say they revealed a little bit too much too early, though. At one point in the film, I was wishing they would have left it a little bit more obscure, a little bit more gray area of exactly what the spirit looked like and what was going on, but we get a reveal a little too early for me. But outside of that, I enjoyed this film quite a bit. It did stumble, I think, near the end, though, as well, with the narrative. It felt like they were angling it just a little too much to connect it to the first one. But overall, I still give Ouija, Origin of Evil, 4 stubs. Worth your time at the theater, especially if you're a horror fan. Check it out. It is a blast, and you will definitely jump out of your seat at least a couple times during this movie. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I appreciate your support. If you've seen Ouija, Origin of Evil, leave your comments down below. Love to hear your thoughts on this. Check out our other reviews and videos, all the kinds of things we get here at Special Mark Productions. I appreciate all the support from every single one of you. And until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.